Well, what is going on, man?
I say we just restart the entire thing, end the stream, check everything, and
Nope,
then just
there we go. Nope, we're going with it the way it is. Have you got it now? Oh, this has been frustrating. I can barely even see you. All I can see is your cap. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 35 of the Gene Pool Variety Hour. I am Sean. I'm the old guy of the group. I'm also Dad. I'm also the one that's really frustrated and trying not to use bad words. Because I don't like it when things that are supposed to work don't work the way they're supposed to, but that's just the way things are.
We need to get an oopsie jar for you, won't we?
I'm going to need to get an oopsie jar, yeah, from the movie. You're right, an oopsie jar. Also, well, need to get a swear jar like Smashy has over on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. And really, I just need to get me a Stream Deck because this touch portal thing, man, it works and it doesn't work. It works, it doesn't work. It wasn't working this evening. I talked to tech support and said, hey, just reset the sounds, and it started working. And it was working a while ago, and then right before we went live, it stopped working, and I did exactly what they told me to do, and it still isn't working right. So the only thing I could think we could do is to just
torch the touch portal, right?
Yeah. So, you know.
Anyway,
so, and you are.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to get to.
Sorry, I'm frustrated.
I'm Connor, the son and the young hip dude of the duo, obviously because that guy is old enough to be my grandfather instead of my father.
No, unless I had you at, okay, I'm 52.
Dad,
I'm gonna
because of all the white in your beard.
I'm gonna figure it out now because you said you're 24 and I'm 52, so that means I had you at 28. So, for you to be my grandson, I would have had to have a kid at like 14, and he would have had to have a kid like at 14. So, suck it. Not gonna happen. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Why you're like doing the whole Kilroy thing? All I can see is your nose and your eyes and your hat. So how about you sit back a little bit or fix your... Okay, so we're just going to do the whole...
What? Like this?
No. You do what you want to do. You do you, man. This is on you.
What else does he want me to do?
I have no idea.
Do you want me to just stretch my head up like a giraffe and just like...
You could look... Hey everybody! Welcome to the Gene Pool Variety Hour. Oh my gosh! So this has been a
fustercluck so far.
This is Dad trying not to be Dad and just letting you be an adult and do it your own way. And if you want to be, just show your okay. If you just want to show your nose and your eyes and just do the whole peeking over the fence kind of thing, then that's on you, man. I'm just gonna have another drink. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of a weird intro, guys. I'm sorry that crap has happened the way it did, but you know what? You roll with the punches, and we just got punched a few times in the gut. So, anyway, thanks for
one time in the nose.
Okay.
But yeah.
So thanks for joining us. If you're joining us, if you're not joining us on the stream, thanks for listening to us on the podcast,
or watching us on YouTube.
Thanks for staying in for the train wreck that it is and has been so far. So, God, that kind of threw me off, man.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. So it's been it's been a weird couple of weeks around here, with the whole COVID thing.
You've been alone.
Well, I mean, yeah, I've been here at the house by myself. With Mitch. It's just been the two of us because, your brother and your mother out in Oklahoma visiting her mom, her family. Her mom just got out of the hospital with COVID. She's doing better. She's the whole exhaustion, this kind of stuff, but she's doing better. She's on the mend. It's just going to take a while because recovering from COVID takes a while. I mean, it took your mom a good bit of time before she got over it fully. So they're out there. They're going to be out there for a few more days. So I've been just kind of hanging out here, trying to do some Christmas decorating around the house. Schedule's just been kind of thrown off because it just gets thrown off when half of who you are is not around. And, and so I've been really preoccupied with that. My trip for work got cut short because I had to come home. And then here this week, Thanksgiving in the house by myself, basically. And then they're coming back next week, and then I leave the next week for Seattle, and then the next week for Boise, Idaho. So
Boise, what's in Boise?
So with my work, because I work with a military unit, and we have 3 detachments. Okay, and the detachment at HQ, which is at Fort Benning, which is where I am, is there. Then we have the detachment in Savannah. We have the detachment in Seattle. And so those 2 teams are hardly ever together, because they're across the country, right? And they're all on different kind of schedules for deployment and stuff. Well, they have because our team that's in Fort Benning is now deployed. Those 2 are stateside now, and they have scheduled a joint military exercises, just practicing their skills and stuff. And they're doing it together. They're doing this joint exercise in Boise, Idaho. And they've asked all the support people, HP, Psych, CHAP, weapons, WEPTAC, and all that kind of stuff. They've asked all of us to come out there and be out there with them. And so it's a great opportunity because you never get those 2 teams together. So it's a great opportunity to have all the teams together and support with them. So, so I fly out to Seattle for a week, turn around, come home for the weekend, and then fly right back out the next week to go to Boise, Idaho in December.
It just seems like a random place to go for military training. Boise, Idaho.
There's different bases all over the country, and they have different areas where they do specific kinds of training, and so
but when you hear Boise, Idaho, you don't think advanced military training tactics.
Well, it's not advanced military training tactics. It's just that's where we're going to do some training. So anyway, not that big deal, but it's just. This is the first chance that I've gotten to go to Boise, Idaho, and so it'll be kind of cool. But it'll be basically I'll be away from your mom for a month. She was out there in Oklahoma for 10 days, and I'll be gone for 2 weeks, and just a weird whole thing.
Yeah.
So, what's been going on with you, man?
Same old. I've been playing Destiny 2. I've been doing some major cleaning around the house, some organizing. Today I tackled our linen closet, which was atrocious. We the amount of loose Q-tips we had in there was criminal. There was like a whole box worth of loose Q-tips in there.
Anyway.
Anyway, yeah. I'm just doing some regular house husband stuff,
I was just sitting here thinking how boring our lives are. And this is why I say that, because we try to do a life up. We talk about a little life update at the beginning, and it's always the same thing. We're playing Destiny. I'm going to work. I might have to travel a little bit. You're cleaning. You're organizing. I mean, it's the same thing. We should just record a clip and play it at the beginning of each episode and just be done with it. Yeah, and then we can go have a drink while it's playing. Because we don't lead very interesting lives, people. I'm sorry. We just don't.
I mean, not right now because but if our streaming and internet stuff takes off, our lives could get a little bit more interesting.
Oh, of course it could.
It won't because, well, for you it won't. For me, I'm pretty funny.
Sells. Yeah, I know. So, another kind of cool thing, and I just was talking to Dennis at Botch Podcast today, and it's funny. It looks like I'm kind of being a matchmaker between two different worlds, two different podcasts because of them. I know them through Dragon Con and I've been following them for a while. And then of course, Divided by Werewolves with their podcast that they do. And of course, Noe mentioned Brandon. I've known them for years. Playing Xbox.
They were beta testers with you, right?
I don't remember if they were in the beta test with me. I don't think they were. I mean, I knew them right at the beginning, but I don't remember. Honestly, I can't remember. I remember about 4 or 5 guys that were in the beta test with me, but I can't remember if they were specifically or not. It's been a while. I mean, I just pulled out my Xbox Live beta test shirt. It was 2002. Actually, I was almost wore it tonight, but it's so worn. The front of it is black, and the front of it says, "I've got good hands," but you can barely even read it because it's so worn. But anyway, so I decided to go powdered toast man tonight. So,
for those of you who don't know, my dad was one of the original beta testers when Microsoft first released Xbox Live.
Back when there was literally 2 games to play. There was Mech Assault, Ghost Recon. That was pretty much, and of course the football game that had Peyton Manning on the cover. I don't even remember what it's called.
Madden, whatever.
No, it wasn't Madden. No, it wasn't Madden at all. But anyway, so yeah, it was. There was. Oh, and
that's still kind of cool that they were a part of this select group of people who then helped create something that a bunch of gamers use now. I just think that's very cool.
Yeah, if you search the interwebs, it might still be archived somewhere on Microsoft's on Xbox website. Back in the day, I got nominated and did an interview with Trixie. Trixie used to be like the Xbox Live community organizer. She was the one that was like the liaison between Xbox and the community. And I got picked, and they did an interview with me on Xbox.com. So it's out there somewhere.
That is cool.
Yeah, well, whatever. So,
it's still cool, Dad.
Oh, I was going to play chicken, but Touch Portal's not working. So I'm going to go click over here and do it the old-fashioned way. There you go. So, I got it. So anyway,
sounds better.
Back to what I was originally saying. I was talking to Dennis with the Botch Podcast, and Divided by Werewolves has started following them, and they're Divided by Werewolves, and he was telling me he's got I don't know if it's a common knowledge kind of thing, so he's got something in the works right now that's coming out next year, and there might be some opportunities for cross promotion between what he's doing and Divided by Werewolves. So I've kind of tried to connect the two of them. So I'm just like matchmaker.
Make me a match, find me a find, catch me a catch.
But you gotta sing it like Robin Williams, like the Jewish lady.
Matchmaker, find me a find, catch me a catch.
So
like that.
Oh man, this is just not good today. I don't know what's going on with us. But anyway, so that's kind of an interesting development, and I'm gonna move this over here so I can maybe see you. And there we go.
What
okay.
over where?
I'm just moving the window so I can kind of have it up while I'm doing the sound and see you, so I'm not looking at a computer screen with nothing on it. What? I'm really seriously feeling like this right now. I'm literally seriously feeling like this right now. I drink
now
what?
You've got me thinking about Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I just keep on remembering those scenes of when he's trying on the different faces. I love Robin Williams, and I mean, who plays his brother?
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Yeah,
but
I know you're talking about.
I love that actor.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just love him because every role he does, his voice, I don't know.
His voice is like non-existent. It's just this really dread growl. It's terrible. I mean, I feel bad for the guy.
I mean, what happened to his voice?
I don't know. He may have had a
throat.
No, he may have. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't even remember his name. I can picture him, but can't remember his name. Somebody would, if we, had folks in here, we would talk about it. But anyway, so I'm just gonna put that.
Comes and watches.
No, you know what? We've had him a couple of times, but I think I think the problem is because we stream on Friday nights. You know, we do the podcast recording on Friday nights, and that's a time when people tend to go out. And we're dropping some frames here. I don't know what's going in here. Let's see.
Then why don't we try doing it a different night?
Well, I don't know what night that would be because I try to limit my time away from family time in the evenings. And since I've already got my regular Friday night gaming thing, it makes sense to do it on Friday nights, and then it's all condensed onto one night. So
anyway, this can be talked about off camera.
Right. So anyway,
so what should we talk about now?
I don't care. Sorry, I got flies flying around here or something. Either that or I'm hallucinating. I don't care. What do you want to talk about? We can do the geek question. We can just jump in. Oh,
what's that quote behind you?
It says, "I drank what?" And it's from Real Genius, 19 something or other, 90. I can't remember what year it came out. Anyway, Val Kilmer. I can't remember the other guy's name that was the main character, but if you've never seen Real Genius, you need to watch Real Genius. Classic movie.
It's a really good movie.
And it's a college full of a bunch of young geniuses, and Chris, Val Kilmer's character, plays what used to be the smartest guy on campus until this younger kid came in, and they ended up being roommates, and they were working on a laser program, and there's all this, the professors got a secret plan with the government and yada yada, all this kind of stuff. Well, they mess up, and because they got busted having a party, and they got kicked off the laser program, and he's talking, and the young guy's talking to Chris, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Because Chris is just sitting there upset, and he's like, "What's going on? What are you thinking about?" He says, "I was just pondering the last words of Socrates, who said, 'I drank what?'" Because Socrates drank hemlock or something and died. So anyway, so that's so I really feel like that right now because this podcast is just going to there in a handbasket. So let's just jump in and do some stuff because we're not good at segues anyway. So let's just jump in and do. Let's just dive in. Let's just dive into the geek question. Go. What's the geek question?
This is
I have no sound effect for the geek question.
Hour.
Yeah.
You still don't have one yet?
You know what? Here's the thing. I keep forgetting.
I'm gonna send you a daily reminder if I
do that. Please do.
Okay.
Because I'll completely forget. Because I'll forget 5 minutes after we. Right. Welcome to living life with ADHD and having people with ADHD trying to help people with ADHD. It doesn't work. It's like, okay, I got to remind myself to put a reminder in my phone to remind you to remind me to do this, and yeah, it just doesn't work. It so frustrates and infuriates your mother, and I hate it. I wish it didn't, but it does. So all right, so what's the geek question? Let's just jump into the geek question because I like this geek question. Go for it. I don't have an answer for it, but I like the question.
The geek question is: if you were a superhero, what type of superhero would you be? A, tech-based, i.e., Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
B, martial arts / gadget based, i.e. Batman. C, magic based, i.e. Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
D, mutated freak accident based,
mm-hmm.
i.e. Spider-Man or the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe I had one more option. What was the last option?
I don't know.
And let me see.
I think that's plenty.
Or E, mutant based, like any of the X-Men.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So go. I know my answer. I don't really have it fleshed out, but I'll just ramble. I'll do like Michael Scott and just talk until I make sense.
That's my shtick.
I'm just saying that's pretty much how my geek questions go. Is I just kind of talk until something comes out and it makes sense.
If I'm totally honest, I would want to go with being magic based because with magic, there isn't a real way to properly quantify it or explain it. It just is what it is. It is pure magic. The second reason is that magic always has lore. It always has things behind it
Mm-hmm.
that give it substance, and there's always a way to counteract something else. It's
Right.
it's the superhero equivalent of a cheat code.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are just so many options that you could do if you were a magic based superhero. That you could be like Vixen and have an ancient totem passed down from family to family. You could be like Doctor Strange and study the actual mystic arts with other people.
Mm-hmm.
There's there's people like Raven from Teen Titans who were born with these abilities because of ancient lineage.
Mm-hmm.
Her
Right.
her her dad was a full on demon. I know you don't know. I know you don't know much about Teen Titans,
No.
but but that's what I've always liked about this because magic always has lore. It always has myths. It always
Mm-hmm.
has stories behind it, and that's what I love about
Yeah.
superheroes. The stories behind them, the backstories, the origin stories.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love all that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I I don't know that I'd go
Okay.
magic. I don't know that I'd go magic. I definitely would not go tech based. Because that's to me, that's not a superhero. That's just somebody who's got really cool machinery. Um, I wouldn't go martial arts.
The same thing, yeah. The same thing could be said about option B, martial arts and gadgets.
That's what I'm about to say. Right,
Uh,
right, right. That's what yeah, you didn't let me finish. That's exactly what I was going to say. Martial arts and gadgets, too. I wouldn't be Batman or something like that. They're cool and all, but this just doesn't interest me. I wouldn't do the accident, whatever that other one was. What was it?
Um, ac- accident based, li- um, like
Spider-Man or Hulk?
Spider-Man or
Yeah.
the Hulk. Yeah.
No, I would definitely go the mutant based. Like the X-Men. I prefer the X-Men. I just don't know. I don't know why, but I prefer the X-Men to all of them, because
Because you want to be taught. You want to be taught by an invalid's telepath who has a shiny head.
no, not at all. Actually,
You
no,
want to be best friends with a crazy Canadian drunk with bone claws.
no. How about you let me answer that so I can tell you why? So, because to be honest with you, out of all of those, I think the mutant based one is the closest to what could happen in reality. You know?
How so?
Okay, well, I mean, yes, you can have, like I said, I kind of discounted the martial arts gadgets and the Iron Man, the tech stuff, because that's just machinery, that's just technology. You know, that's not something that's me that I can do. It's something that my machinery and my gadgets do, right? So I kind of discount those anyway. And the accident ones, I mean, you get in a nuclear accident, you're going to just die. I mean, you're just going to die of
1 in a
cancer.
million chance.
So,
1 in a
and then
million chance
magic,
you can get powers.
and magic just doesn't exist. So, but people deal with mutations all the time. You know, there are documented cases where, like, for example, there was a guy in Australia, and he was learning he was learning Mandarin Chinese. He was taking classes to try to learn Mandarin Chinese, and he was struggling with it, but he spoke English fluently because he's from Australia. And he was in, I don't know, I can't remember if it was a car accident or whatever, but he had a serious head injury and was in a coma for a few months or something like that. When he woke up, he couldn't speak English, but he could speak fluent Mandarin Chinese. He had to relearn how to speak English, but he woke up from his coma speaking fluent Mandarin Chinese. So his brain, in trying to reconnect itself, took what he was trying to learn, trying to learn a second language, and solidified it and encoded that one into his long-term memory, but the English part he had to completely relearn. Now, that's just freaky. So freaky things can really happen. I know, but I'm just saying that's an example. No, no, it's not. But what I'm saying is, it's a real example of how physical changes can lead to some really weird results. So to me,
Huh.
it sounds like the whole mutation thing, because we have mutations. Okay, we have mutations. We have these people with these genetic issues that they have eyes that look like cats. That they have, there's different
Web
things,
toes.
different things like that. Okay, so it's not as big of a jump to go. Okay, at some point they could develop super strength because of some genetic mutation, right? As opposed
Yeah,
to all of a sudden I can do this and all this kind of weird flashy stuff comes in front of my hands and I travel through portals, right? So,
yeah,
so
yeah. Like
that's
being able to shoot lasers through your
yeah,
eyes and being
yeah.
able
Okay,
to
I'm just yeah.
teleport.
And the mutation thing, huh?
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay, I think that I'm sure the audio had to reset on
Yeah.
the audio engine had to reset, but
Okay.
I think that's why I've always liked the X-Men better than all the other ones, because there's a part of you that could almost see that as being a plausibility at some point, because there's all kind of
Yeah.
genetic mutations that happen all the time.
Yeah.
So it intuitively kind of seems a little bit more believable. And then if it happens, it's you. It's part of who you are. It's not a skill that you have, right? It's part of who you are. It's not, okay, I learned a magic spell, or I learned a martial arts move, or I got this new laser thing on my suit. It's just what I do. It's who I am. I move things with my mind because my brain has been mutated to do that. That kind of stuff. So like even
Now,
with Wolverine, I mean, well, he had the mutation already, and then they kind of put in the adamantium, in replacement of his
to make
bones,
him
I
to
guess.
make it
Yeah.
even more better.
So anyway, so that's why I would go with the mutations, just because you can almost if you're going to fantasize about being a superhero. To me, that one seems the closest to being a believable outcome
But
possibility.
that's the thing. You've already been born. You can't suddenly gain a new mutation. And then here's my problem with the whole mutation thing.
Sure.
People as a society are very, very easily frightened.
Sure.
If there's something different and like drastically different,
Yeah.
we persecute it. We push it away.
Yep. Yep.
So 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 the things that we saw in the X-Men movies of people being honest to God, afraid of these mutants, trying to get rid of them, control them, and all that. That is what I think will really happen in real life, and then in
Yeah.
doing so, it will basically create a newer version of a fascist movement. Because it will cause us to segregate and push them all away.
Sure.
For something they can't control.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they couldn't control they were born with a tail. They couldn't control they were born with wings. They couldn't control that they could read people's minds. They couldn't control that when they were born. It's just
Sure.
random collections of DNA.
You're
Now
absolutely right.
with
Welcome to humanity.
now
We're horrible.
now with magic, it's always a choice. You can choose to go down this path and learn these spells, learn these skills, take on this mantle. You
Sure.
you can choose this. So in that way, it gives them a bit more of a meaningful use of their abilities.
Sure.
Because yes, if they go, if mutants go and learn what they can do, but then again, if one person can fly, and they pick someone up and fly them away to safety,
Mm-hmm.
that's honestly no different from a fireman picking someone up and taking them from a burning building. It's them using what they have to
Yeah.
save someone.
Yeah.
If you take someone who's learned how to do something,
Yeah.
and they use those skills to help people, I feel like that's a bit more of an accomplishment. Like doctors, they go to school to learn how to help people, and they use those skills and they use that knowledge to help make people's lives better.
Right. Well, I mean, of all the 5 options that you mentioned, the magic, those are the 2 that I would pick. The other ones I could care less about, you know? Because I don't see them, I see them as extraordinary people that have got great technology, but you know, I just don't see them as superheroes. Now, the nuclear accident, radioactive bug biting you kind of thing, okay, fine, but I don't know. That just doesn't seem believable to me. I mean, that there's no way in my mind I can make that as like possibly a real thing that could happen. You know, so because you know, if I'm going to fantasize about having a superpower, I want it to be something that it can at least somewhat believably be in the realm of possibility. So anyway, okay.
So then, Dad,
Yep.
to now expand on to your answer,
Yeah.
what do you think your mutation would be?
Oh God, I don't know.
What would you want your
What would I?
mutation to
You
be?
didn't ask that question. I don't know. I haven't gone that far.
I wanted to put you on the spot.
Well, I don't think well on my feet, so I don't know. I don't know.
You, okay. Hey, you could ask me what type of magic. I would
Okay, what
want
kind of
to
magic would
learn.
you? Okay, what kind of magic would you like to do, Connor?
If I'm being totally honest, I would want to learn animal communion magic. You know, being with animals, also talking to them, and then sort of becoming like them. You know, using
Right,
nature.
right. All right. Okay.
Even
Sorry.
like,
Okay.
hiking and everything.
Yeah. Say that. Say that all over again because I zoned out because I was responding to a message and I had to do that. So,
Was it mom?
no, it's not
Okay.
that. So anyway, go ahead.
Okay.
So what was it again? I'm sorry, and I'm looking at you this time. See, eye contact. Okay.
Eye
Okay. Go.
contact.
Yeah. Go. I can only hold it for so long, so you better hurry up and say it, or it's gonna be gone.
So I would want to learn basically nature magic. You know,
A druid.
using yes, basically. I would want to be a druid, communing with animals, using the actual natural energies of the earth, nothing manufactured, nothing created.
Yeah.
It's just using the actual forces of nature.
Right.
You know,
Right. Right. Right.
because it's pure, and Mother Nature can be freaking OP.
Yeah.
She can waste people.
Yeah, we've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. We see it happening right now, as a matter of fact. You know, it's like, you know, the horsemen of the apocalypse are coming riding through, you know?
I honestly think that's going on. I mean, think about it. This this whole COVID thing, that's
Yeah.
pestilence. The all of the protests and riots we've been seeing, that's war. The only thing we haven't seen is famine, and 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 I don't think we've seen death yet. A lot of people have died because of complications to go to COVID, but when you see the actual percentage of cases to actual deaths, it's so far only like, I believe, 1 or 2% of the people who got COVID actually died, and that wasn't even to the actual COVID-19 virus. It was due to complications because of it.
Right, right.
You know?
So I'm still trying to, sorry. You know, I still am trying to think about what my mutation would be. Because, I mean, your mutation could be absolutely anything.
Well, here's how I usually get the ball rolling for myself when I think about these things, which is often. And I first basically take a look at myself and how I am right now. What am I good at? What are my hobbies? What are my special little skills? You know, and then which of those could I exaggerate or grow into a possible mutation or power?
Hmm.
So
Yeah, that doesn't help me.
what are you good at?
Sorry, that helps me not one bit. Sorry. I don't.
You're not good at anything.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't know. I mean, doing my job, becoming a superpower. I don't know. Um,
I could see you being a telepath.
yeah,
Nothing.
I don't know that I would.
Not
I don't know that I would want to do that. I mean, honestly, I mean, if you could read people's minds all the time, and hears people's voices, and especially at the beginning when you aren't able to control it, and you just hear voices all the time, that would be maddening.
that's basically schizophrenia, isn't it? Hearing voices all the time.
Yeah, but not necessarily all the time, and it's not always just voices. It can be other things. It can be other kinds of hallucinations, not just necessarily voices. That's just
Oh, okay.
can be one aspect of it. But that would be maddening to me to hear other people's thoughts all the time. And I think people have a right to have some privacy in their thoughts. You know, I mean, trust me, there's some times where I'm driving down the road and I have a specific, rather aggressive thought about somebody that just cut me off.
And you
But
wouldn't want that person
but
to
it's
hear
just
that thought.
right because I don't mean it against them personally. I'm just angry because they just cut me off, and it'll go away in seconds. But if they hear it, if they can hear it, then I just created a problem with somebody that's really needless because I don't really have that hard feeling towards them. But now they think I do, and then the vice versa would happen as well if somebody had those thoughts towards me. And no, I wouldn't want that. And I don't think that I wouldn't wish that on anybody because if you could control it and turn it off and only read people's minds when you wanted to, and it'd be a specific mind, if you could do that, maybe. But I don't know, man. That could be tough. That could be really
It
tough
gives
to
people
do.
too much power.
Yeah, and it's and look, you know how I feel that we're all born basically we're all born sinful creatures. That's power is way too easy to use for evil instead of good. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
You could use it to get all kinds of information on anybody to use for any reason, to get codes and combinations and whatever. And
win the lottery.
well, no, because those are done. Those are done. I mean, it's just a random draw, so you can't. That's predicting the future. That's not reading somebody's mind. So, but if you got into sports, you could predict the other team's plays before they did it. Because you could hear them. You could hear the coach calling in the plays, or whatever. So, no, I don't think I would want that. I don't think I would want that at all.
Well, let's see. Would you want your mutation to be energy based, physical based, or mental based? Energy based would be like Cyclops. Physical based would be like Beast. Mental based would be like Charles Xavier or Magneto.
Yeah, I would think I would probably want something like that. I wouldn't want just being a brute, physical kind of thing. Unless it's
I mean, physical can also mean kind of like Darwin. Remember in first class how he could adapt to any kind of environment.
Yeah.
It could also be Angel who had those big wings.
yeah.
By physical, it just means something that affects your physical body.
I think the only thing that I would want to do there is to be a shapeshifter, but not necessarily to shapeshift in anybody, just to make my body look good, so I don't have to go to the gym and work out, but I can look good and not have to actually go exercise.
That is every nerd's dream power right there.
Yeah. So
to literally look in a mirror and be like, I think I want a six pack.
I think not in it. I don't know, man. I keep going to something like teleporting. I keep going to something kind of like Nightcrawler, not looking like Nightcrawler, but having the jump, the blink ability kind of thing. Something like that, but that I could basically teleport anywhere I wanted to.
Not not just someplace you can see in front of you, right?
Right. I mean, but what I mean is, I mean, I have to have an exact location and have seen it, and then I can go there. Not necessarily see it live, but something like that.
So I would call that recall in instead of teleportation.
Whatever.
That's just what I would call it.
I mean, I don't know, man. I haven't gone that far to figure out what I would want it to be. But it would be something more like that. It wouldn't be Beast or what's the other ones that the physical based X-Men.
Let's see. Darwin, Dragonfly, let's see, Banshee. Oh no, wait. Hey, would you consider Banshee energy based or physical based? Because basically his thing is just him screaming.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would say that's energy based.
Yeah.
Let's see. The other physical ones would be like Wolverine would be physical based.
Yeah.
So
like I said, I don't know what I would want it to be. I think something mental would be kind of cool, whether telepathy, telekinesis maybe, but not necessarily telepathy, but telekinesis, something like that. I don't know. I would want it to be something that would be hard to use for evil, because I know me. And if I can cut a corner, I'll cut a corner. And that's a slippery slope, and I would hate to do that. And
every single power can be used for evil. Every single power. Even the most idiotic and minutia of powers can be used for evil.
Yeah.
Even that girl who we saw for a split second, whose power was literally, based in instant transcribing of a lecture on a page. Remember that scene?
Mm-hmm.
Someone was lecturing in the class, and she just passed a hand over her paper, and just basically took down everything.
Yeah.
Even that can be used for evil.
What would actually be kind of cool, is to have a memory where you remember absolutely everything, and can recall it at free will.
So basically, you would be Reed from Criminal Minds.
I guess kinda, but even he didn't know everything. He knew a lot, but he didn't know everything.
But that's the thing. So you're saying you would want the sum of all human knowledge in your head?
As I learned it, as I heard it, but I could remember conversation. I mean, I don't know.
Now, to me, that would be maddening. Just trying to sift through all of that knowledge inside.
Well, that would be part of the superpower. Yeah, but that would be part of the superpower that I don't. It comes naturally. I don't have to sort through it all. It just comes to me. That would be the superpower. Otherwise, it's just somebody with an eidetic memory that can remember things. I mean, like, there are people out there now that can tell you they have what's called an eidetic memory. Eidetic, something like that. Not
eidetic.
Where they can say, "Hey, I had this for dinner in 1982 on Sunday night, March 30th." They can do that. You can pull out it. One that I can think of. She's an actress. Her name is Mary Lou Henner. She was on the TV show Taxi back in the 70s, 80s, and she's got a memory like that. And I've seen an interview where they would give her a date, and she would tell them what day it was and what she did that day. Huh. It could be 30 years ago, and she just remembers.
Huh.
And it's amazing. And that's not a superpower. That's just, it is what it is. So I guess I would really have a hard time picking it. I'll have to think about it if I remember to think about it, and give an update next time. But anyway, we need to move on, man. It's getting kind of long, and
that's what I love about these types of geek questions, are the ones that actual discussions.
Yeah. All right. So how about we move on though? Because I don't have anything else to say about it. Yeah, of course, because that's the next thing.
Yeah, let's talk about the movie.
Okay. All right. So now it's time for the next segment of
Roll for credit.
There you go.
Let's shut up.
All right. So for this segment of Roll for Credits, we watched the 2018 movie starring Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick called A Simple Favor. And the little tagline is Stephanie, played by Anna Kendrick, is a single mother with a parenting vlog who befriends Emily, a secretive upper-class woman who has a child at the same elementary school. When Emily goes missing, Stephanie takes it upon herself to investigate. And in the categories, it was kind of listed as, a thriller comedy kind of thing. And I wouldn't call it a comedy. Were there some funny parts in it? Yes, and that's simply because of the talent of Anna Kendrick. That's simply because of the talent of Anna Kendrick. And yes, that one line at the end by that one guy that you were talking about. But
I was talking about I was talking mainly about when that one character was in the scene. Could it be considered a comedy? Otherwise, it was a thriller all the way through.
Yeah, I mean, right. And so anyway, so here's the setup for the movie, okay, guys? So Anna Kendrick is a single mom. She's got this little parenting vlog where she teaches people. She's kind of like, she teaches people how to do recipes and how to organize their life and how to do this and shortcuts
home
and
tricks,
yada.
home remedies, and
all that kind of life hack kind of stuff. And she's the overachiever. So they're at the elementary school, and there's a sign-up sheet, and the teacher says, Stephanie, don't sign up for everything, because Stephanie had already signed up to bring like 5 different things. And she's like, okay, well, I'll just bring the balloons and the helium from the house. And the other teacher said, you don't have helium. And she said, who has helium at their house? And Stephanie goes, well, doesn't everybody have a can of helium at their house? What are you going to do for balloons for your kids? So she's just one of those kind of moms. And her son,
one of those kinds of dads.
Her son has a friend. Now, what's her son's name? I forgot.
Stephanie's or Emily's?
Okay, Stephanie. So her son was Miles, right?
Yes.
And
Nikki
was Emily's, right? So Miles and Nikki are friends, and they want to have a play date. And as they're trying to talk Stephanie into having a play date, Emily walks up, and that's Blake Lively, and she is this tall, beautiful, elegant, dressed to the nines all the time, long, kind of wavy blonde hair. I mean, Blake Lively's hair, because it's Blake Lively, and comes walking up, and she's just got this kind of laid-back, chill, no F's given kind of attitude, and Stephanie's just kind of fascinated with her. And they strike up a friendship, and it goes from there. She starts helping, watch the kids after school, and then one day, Emily calls Stephanie and says, "Hey, I need you to do me a simple favor. Can you pick up Nikki and bring him to your house and let him stay at your house for? I've got this emergency I've got to take care of." And she's like, "Sure, no problem." And she disappears. I mean, like days, she's gone, just disappears. And then the whole process starts of Stephanie trying to figure out what happened, and all this kind of stuff. And so that's kind of the premise. There's twists and turns with Stephanie.
Secrets revealed.
Sean is Emily's husband, and so as she's gone, Sean and Stephanie kind of hook up. So yeah, and I mean there's a couple of questionable things in the movie, but no nudity or anything, but there's just some questionable stuff in there. But that becomes their connection. They kind of tell secrets, their deep darkest secrets with each other, and that's how they kind of get this emotional connection. And so it goes from there, and so the rest of the movie is just Stephanie trying to figure out what happened to Emily. They find her body in a lake in Michigan, and so they have the funeral.
Same tattoos.
Same tattoos on her arms, the whole thing. And so then she and Sean hook up, and she moves in with Sean, and then the police are getting involved, and then Yeah. So it's so hard to talk about this movie without giving away so much because there's so many twists and turns in this movie. You don't know who's telling the truth, what's really going
But
on.
you're on the edge of your seat almost the entire last hour of the movie. You're
Yeah,
on
that's
the edge
true.
of your seat.
Because every time you turn around, there's another twist. And then you go, but wait, is it a twist? Or are they lying to make it look like a twist, but it's not really a twist? So I don't know how.
I just want to say
Please do, because I don't know how to talk about this movie without giving away a bunch.
the acting in this movie was phenomenal.
Yeah.
The the way Blake played her character, the way wait, is it Blake or what's her name again?
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way she played her character so cool, so calm, but then at the same time she
With a little
was-
crazy.
Yeah, no, with a lot of crazy.
Yeah, but it's a
she
little
was-
crazy at the
she
beginning.
was-
It's a
Yeah.
little crazy at the beginning, but it gets a lot more as it goes on.
and then the way Anna Kendrick goes from basically stay at home parenting vlog mom to full on private investigator badass through the movie. It's just the character development is really cool, you know.
Yeah, and
It seems a little excessive, you know, with the things Stephanie did just to find these things out. I mean, she went full on undercover with a freaking cleaning service type thing, you know.
yeah,
And she went. I just feel like eventually she would have given up, you know, in real life.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
for the sake of the movie, she kept on going to keep us entertained.
well, you know, so anyway, it's a great movie. You should see it. It's
It is
the acting is good. I mean, the husband, I mean, he's okay, but Anna and Blake,
4.5 out of 5 from me.
Anna and Blake do a great job playing their roles. And here's the thing: I know who both of them are, and I don't think I've ever seen Anna Kendrick in anything. I've known who she is. I know that she's in like the acapella singing movies or something. I think, and I've seen something.
Isn't she also Elsa?
No, that's
Oh, dang it.
oh crap. No, that's Dax Shepard's
Hey,
wife.
where's Elsa?
That's Dax Shepard's wife, but I can't remember her name.
No, she can't hear me.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's Dax Shepard's wife, but I can't think of her name right now. Anyway, so I haven't seen her. I haven't actually watched her in a movie before. I was super impressed with Anna because she played a very sweet, simple, innocent, wholesome person that discovered not necessarily a darker side of herself, but a more confident, assured, smart side of herself through the movie, you know?
Independent too.
Yeah, and so that was kind of, but she kept, but even her nasty sarcasm, even the most biting comments that she was making was made in a way that you're like, okay, did she really just say what she said? Because she sounded awfully nice when she said it. So did I pick it up right or wrong? I'm not sure if I got the message right because she was so good at saying something in two different ways. The word said one thing, but the nonverbal communication, her body language, her inflection in her voice, her eyes, everything said something completely different than what her words said. And that conveyed the meaning of what she was really trying to get across. So she communicated more with all of that than she did the actual words. And that was impressive. And the only thing I can remember seeing Blake Lively in is Green Lantern with with Ryan Reynolds, you know.
She was in Green Lantern?
She was the love interest in Green Lantern. That's how they met. They're married now. But that's the movie they met on. And she's okay. I mean, she was good, and she did a really good job in this role, but I thought that Anna was the star of the show. I thought she did really. I mean, like I said, they both did great. Blake played that. There were multiple facets to her character, and I thought she played them all well, but I still thought Anna just kind of stuck out a little bit more. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I didn't really like about this movie. And there were some parts that I felt that kind of just drug on a little bit, but the last hour just kind of went on and on and on. And I mean, in a good way is what I'm saying. You know, it kind of kept, like you said, kept you on the edge of your seat. But some parts in the middle got a little long.
There were some developments I could have gone without needing super details on. There were some that were a little too disturbing for me that I wouldn't have wanted to have seen portrayed. But
I know the one you're talking about. Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of understand why they had to go there because they had to make the secret so
right. They had to make the dark secret
depraved.
the dark secret. Yeah. So, and
believe me, this thing is dark.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that
Not death dark, but dark.
Well, people did die as a result, if you remember, in the long run.
Yeah, but the actual act of it.
Yeah.
Dark.
But
it's like if the secret involved them killing someone, it would be Onyx Black. This one is about Midnight Blue.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, it's yeah. I mean, they had to make the secret kind of dark, but you know, and it was kind of a plot. Had to move the plot along, but at least when they kind of had the flashbacks to show you what happened, it wasn't graphic or anything, you know.
Yeah.
So that was okay. But I thought it was interesting that Emily's dark secret that she talked about wasn't really the dark secret that she really had. You know, much different. The dark secret that she told was sunshine and rainbows compared to her real dark secret. So anyway, it was good. I really liked it. I liked the guy that was like the dad of the mom's group. You know, he was kind of funny.
The gay but not gay dad of the group.
Yeah, I don't know if he was or not, but anyway,
I mean, his mannerisms just kind of makes you feel like there's something more going on here.
Maybe, but you know, but it was just so funny. It was so funny when there was the final confrontation at Emily and Sean's house, and they thought they had her, and they had supposedly
sent somewhere else.
She, you know, planned on having the cops come to. Stephanie had planned on having the cops come to their house, but Emily had already thought ahead and rerouted the cops back to the other guys to somebody else, to the dad's house, the parent dad's house. And they come busting in his house, and it's him and the two of the other moms, and they're sitting around with these bongs, and they're just like lighting up, and smoke's everywhere. And they's like, "Get on your knees!" And he jumps in, and he's like, "I've got a prescription for this. I've got a prescription for this." That was kind of funny.
I've got ocular pressure.
That's right. I've got well, for glaucoma. That was one of the first things that medical marijuana, if I remember right, was used for, was glaucoma, because pressure in your eyes or something like that. I don't really know why it was good for glaucoma, but that was one of the first things. So that's kind of what he was referring to. But anyway, so you finally figure out by the end what the whole setup was. It ended up being about somebody dying, or did they die? Or was it
how they died?
Or how they died, and who died, and was it for insurance money, or what was it all about?
Was it for revenge?
And who was the mastermind of the whole thing? So it was really cool. All the twists and turns. It didn't get great reviews. I think it got like a 7 out of 10, something like that. Let me see. 6.8
out of 10 is pretty good.
Yeah, 6.8 out of 10.
That's pretty good.
So let me see if I can pull up the Metacritic reviews and see what some of them had to say about it. Metascore. Here we go.
It's better than Jurassic Games or Mindhorn.
Well, yeah, anything's better than those. Entertainment Weekly gave it an 83. said this film is full of panache, from its sexy French score to its glistening gin martinis, and it weaponizes style, using it to keep audiences off balance as the mystery unfolds. That's pretty good. Let's see. What's the worst one that I see on here? Okay. All right. Somebody named Tim Grierson of Screen Daily gave it a 40. He said, a simple favor wants it both ways, hoping to be a stylish, twisty, trashy thriller while simultaneously acting superior to the genre's slinky pleasures. Those conflicting strategies do the film no favors. I don't really get that at all. I don't
get that either.
You know, and that's one of the things that I've noticed with some film critics. You can tell by the way that they write that they are more impressed with what they're saying about the movie than the movie. They're more impressed with their own words, their own writing. And they use words and use phrases in the way they write to look like they know what they're talking about. And awfully pretentious. And when they write like that, I turn them off completely. I don't even pay attention to them because it's like they're writing for themselves. They're not writing about the movie. But anyway, so yeah, it was. Look, if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend seeing this one. The last two weeks have been pretty good. Did we see? Was Destination Wedding Was Destination Wedding last week?
It was.
Or was it
actually?
Or was it the week before?
It was the week before.
What was it we did last week?
Mindhorn.
Oh God, yeah. Completely forgot about that. Thank God. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. So Destination Wedding was really good. I thought. This one is excellent. I would probably rank this one better than Destination Wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
The storyline was much better. The plot was much better. The acting is better because
is good as a
it's just funny. It's just funny. And if I'm honest, Blake Lively. Yeah. If I'm honest, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick kind of acted circles around Keanu and Winona in that movie. Now it may just have been the characters been the characters they were playing, but
to be fair, Keanu Reeves basically plays the exact same temperament and style with every single character he's ever played.
Pretty much. So yeah. So anyway,
he's kind of start and stoppy, and he speaks kind of like this. He just always has a squinty eye. Always just kind of starts and stops every now and then.
Yeah, he's got his delivery style is very unique. That's for sure. So look,
it's kind of like a faster-paced William Shatner.
Yeah, and here's okay. Look, this is something I've been thinking about for a while, and we talk about that we review movies. Man, we don't really review movies. We talk about what we like and don't like, but it's not like we're really giving a review. I mean, I listen to people that talk about doing reviews of movies. I listen to like TV Travis, his podcast about movies, and him and the guests that he has on there. Man, they get into some deep, like, meaning underneath stuff and background stuff, and I'm like, we don't do that. We just talk about the movie, and this is what we liked and didn't like. So,
exactly.
If you want to cut to the
you need to talk about.
If you want to cut to the chase and just if you like it or don't like it, and why, what we thought was funny or not funny, then we're your people. If you want something that's more insightful and meaningful, yeah, you need to look somewhere else. So we just kind of talk about what we like to talk about. So,
American Hybrids, silent but deadly. That's the line in the movie.
The dad parent saves the day with his Prius because it drives quietly. And that was his line. Say it again, Connor.
American Hybrids, silent but deadly.
There you go.
I feel like
kind of like after I've had a bowl of chili.
I feel like he was still high when he said that, and
he probably was.
What he was saying.
He probably was. But anyway, so it's a smart. I thought it was a smart little thriller. I mean, definitely it doesn't rank up there with some like really classic ones, but it was good.
It was a good one.
And it was an interesting twist to be a thriller that involved dead bodies and this kind of stuff, where the two protagonists were female and the male played kind of a secondary role,
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. That it was a female centric movie and plot. Yes.
Did did you notice one of the characters in there? Harold was number two from Dark Matter.
Oh yeah, yeah. His TA. Yeah, his teaching assistant. Right. Yeah. As soon as I saw her, I'm like, hey, you're supposed to be on some abandoned ship somewhere and not know who you are. So, no. Every time I see her, now, I have a hard time not seeing her at DragonCon wearing her cat ears, at the panel that I went to.
What?
I went to a Dark Matter panel at DragonCon a few years ago. I think it was their last season, probably. And the whole cast was there, all 5 of them, 6. I think. Oh, anyway, the whole cast was there, and it's so funny because in real life, some of these people, their personas are kind of similar to their characters, or they're just kind of. The character's one thing, and then they're just like normal people, But sometimes you get people that they play a role, and then you see them and like them as real people, like at DragonCon, and they're so completely different. I don't remember her name, but and she was kind of like the leader in Dark Matter. She was like the kick-ass, don't take names, the leader of the whole thing. But I go to this panel, and she's, and I don't remember what she was wearing, but she was wearing these little cute little kitty ears, and was just kind of like this giddy, funny, lively woman, and it was just so different than the character she played. Just like, and I finally remember his name from last episode, huh?
The guy who plays Merlin.
Oh yeah, the guy that plays yeah. No, not yeah, but yeah, but we all know him. We all he's a regular fixture at DragonCon, so we know him.
Yeah,
Behrman.
Yeah, but his thing. I still love that story you told about the kilts. I still love that one.
Oh yeah, well that's Behrman, man. Laying on the floor while men wearing kilts walk over him. There you go. Okay. So, but no, the other one was Josh Segarra, who he's the guy that played Adrian Chase on Arrow that year, and he played such that sinister, cool, sinister villain on Arrow. But then I met him at one of the panels that year, and went and talked to him down at the Walk of Fame. And he's so completely different. He's lively. He talks about, from Puerto Rico, and his whole family's from Puerto Rico. And he's just got that whole lively personality. Just completely different than Adrian Chase. And it was so refreshing. It's so cool to see that kind of stuff. So anyway, I should have been playing a chicken. I hadn't even played any of the chickens because my soundboard thing's all jacked up.
That was a big, there were a bunch of
okay, in honor of the crap that we just did. And on the crap that we just did, I should have just played that through the whole stinking episode. But anyway,
no, Dad.
Yes.
Dad, in honor of all the chickens we just chased, squawk chase into the mic. We're talking a long one.
There, you happy?
That's the wrong end. Get out the mouth, you.
Yeah, but sometimes it comes out of the hole at the bottom where the air is. So he's
so you're saying he talks from his ass?
Don't we? I mean, if we do, he might as well do it.
Oh my God.
So anyway, okay. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go play some Destiny.
Our official seal on this movie, I give it a 4 out of 5.
I'm not going to give it a score, but I highly recommend it. Of the movies we've seen, it's one of the better ones that we've seen. It's one of the ones that I've enjoyed the most. So, I mean, again, it's not a classic like. Okay, I'm not going to put up there with a Tarantino type movie or any of those kind of things, but it was a good movie. So, watch it. Go see it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Definitely.
It's how long is it? Like an hour and.
About
It's almost 2 hours. Hour 57.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's
I was gonna
good.
say
It
that.
does it like I said in the middle, kind of the beginning middle. There's a little drag in there, but the last hour, man, it's just you're constantly going, okay, what's going on? What's going on? Oh man, that happened, and so it was really good. So all right, do we want to roll for our next movie and get out of here?
Yes.
Okay. So what are you going to do
Bring
after?
it.
What are you going to do after this?
I'm going to put some stuff away and then go lay in bed and watch the new season of Supernatural.
Oh, right.
Or should I say the last season of Supernatural?
Right.
That's right. They have finally finished the series after 15 goddamn years.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, they should have ended it after 8.
Yeah.
The normal TV series.
Yeah.
But they just kept on going and going and going.
Yeah.
And to be honest, they kind of lost me after around season 11, and when they made when they revealed the fact that apparently God has a sister.
Yeah. See,
no.
right. Well, I mean,
No,
look.
he doesn't do.
Well, that's why I didn't watch that show. That's why I didn't watch that show, man. Because I watched a little bit of it with you at the beginning, and then when they started bringing in like Gabriel and Michael and all that kind of stuff, and I'm like, no, don't mess with my faith, and don't mess with my Bible. Don't do that. And then I was done. I'm sorry, I'm done.
That's when I emotionally checked out of the show. I kept watching just to see honestly how it would end.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Just
You had to wait a long time, didn't you?
Yeah. Had to wait another 4 or 5 years.
All right, so how about we roll for the next movie and get out of here? And I'm probably gonna go play Destiny if anybody's on, and then I'm probably gonna watch Mandalorian. But I am so
You're gonna love what they were.
Oh, I'm sure I will. But I'm pretty angry with Bungie today because they said they got rid of those planets with Beyond Light, and people had all those destination resources from all those planets, and they're like, those aren't going to be good pretty soon, so you should go ahead and start spending them. So I started spending all of them to get rid of all of them. They says, well, they're not going to be worth anything by the end of Season of the Hunt, which is the season we're in right now. So even though I went ahead and got rid of spent all those destination resources because they said go ahead and start getting rid of them, and I did, they're still in the rotation for buying things, but you can't get any more of them. So, we were talking the other day or earlier today or yesterday that I need to get those upgrade modules so I can upgrade my light level. Well, I was fully expecting them to flip over today and I could actually buy some. They flipped over today and both the upgrade modules use destination resources from planets that don't exist anymore. So I'm stuck for another day while I wait and hopefully they flip. So I'm a little angry about that today. But if nobody's on, then I'll probably just watch Mandalorian and go from there. I got to get your mom's bunny out and let him spend some time out of his pen. So I got to do that too. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. You just hadn't said anything, so I didn't know, maybe our sound cut out or something. So okay.
I'm just kind of tired.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me roll for our next movie, and then we'll go find it. All right. So. There it is.
Oh, and then after this coming movie, we'll
starting next week we'll add Hulu into the mix.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll add Hulu in the mix starting next week, or starting the next week. Okay. So I rolled a 15, and so that is Netflix. And where's my 8-sided dice? My 10-sided dice. And I rolled an 8, and that's horror.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, there you go. Our favorite. Oh, and I dropped my dice. I'm back. And 40. So I am going to scroll through the horror list. Let me pull that up. And go start scrolling through that. And then I will tell you what the 40th horror movie in Netflix is. So give me just 1 second, guys. Okay, so next time we're going to watch the 2019 movie Eli. A boy receiving treatment for his autoimmune disorder discovers that the house he's living in isn't as safe as he thought. Okay. If I could play the trailer, I would, but I don't know if I can get away with playing the trailer, so I better just let that go. But anyway, it's a horror, and nice twist at the end. It's not your typical everyday movie, but it's worth watching. I hope there'll be a part 2. So we'll see, but it's called Eli, and I've seen like previews of it on Netflix, and I haven't watched it because it's a horror movie and we don't watch horror movies, but I guess we're going to, so get ready. So watch it during the daytime because you and I don't like them. So anyway, so we're going to do Eli next time and go from there. So guys, I really apologize for this one being kind of a weird episode. It just kind of started out bad, and when it starts out bad like that and things don't work right, it kind of throws me off. So
Yeah,
apologize
definitely.
for that. And it just, you threw off my groove. So,
Joe, you threw off my groove. I'm sorry, but you threw off the Emperor's groove.
yeah. So anyway.
No,
yeah.
he says, sorry.
So, yeah. So my groove was thrown off, and it threw me off for at least half an hour. And, yeah.
You turned
So
me
I'm
into
still-
a llama.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Weird. Okay. We're really, okay. Hold on. Before we go, I got to do this because we just did that. So,
We did
Anyway.
that chicken.
oh, God. You know, I'm ready to get a Stream Deck. So, okay.
And Dad, get one. You have the money.
I'm cheap. So, I'm hoping there'll be one on sale here soon. So that's because of the whole holiday sales
You
and
should have
stuff.
checked today.
I did.
Frickin' Friday.
I did. Thank you very much. I checked yesterday and today, and then I'll check on Monday for Cyber Monday. Yeah, I'll be checking.
That's
lots.
the thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, now it's all kind of cyber whatever because nobody shops in the stores anymore. So,
True.
but anyway, all right, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go play some Destiny, go shoot some stuff. So if y'all want to go, if you're on here, if you hear this and within the sound of my voice, and you want to shoot some aliens in Destiny, come join me in about 15 minutes, and we'll go do that. I need to get the bunny out and get me another drink and put my pajamas on because I play video games in my pajamas because I'm old.
Who doesn't?
That's a good question. Probably not many people. So anyway, so
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know of anyone who gets like dressed up in their Sunday best to play video games. No.
yeah.
no,
Well, I'm not saying that.
You
I'm
put
not,
on your baggiest T-shirt. You put on some ratty gym shorts, or just put on your glasses. Get a case of Mountain Dew and Doritos, and then just sit.
Well,
and veg out.
in
and
the
play.
in the winter I wear my mobile blanket, which is my nice thick sweatpants and my big Seattle Seahawks hoodie and socks. And so that's my mobile blanket. It goes with me everywhere I go. So okay.
Hoodie and sweats is basically Nikki's
So-
full-time year-round blanket.
So so here's the thing. So next week we'll be back here at 8:00. I'm not sure about the next 2 Fridays, but maybe the next Friday, because I'm flying back from Seattle on Thursday night. But the next Friday, the 18th, probably will not be on simply because I'm flying back from Boise on Friday. So we'll talk more about that next week when I know what my schedule is a little bit better, what my flight schedule is going to look like. But anyway.
Okay.
So, y'all have a good night. Thanks for putting up with us. Even if, you're not getting to see this live, I appreciate you popping in and watching it on YouTube or listening to the podcast itself. If you like our stupid banter and you like hanging out with us and you just want to be nice, leave us a review over wherever you listen to your podcast or over on YouTube. That would be great. And if you have some constructive criticism on things that we could do better, let us know that too, because, we're not just here to have fun. We're here to get better. So y'all have a great night. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving and have recovered from your Thanksgiving dinner comas that we've all had, and recovered from your Black Friday shopping. And you guys take care, and we'll see you guys next time on the Gene Pool Variety Hour. And always remember,
Stay nerdy, my friends.
you break it again.
no. I just knocked it over.
I can't take you anywhere. I can't take you anywhere, man.
You didn't take me anywhere now. I'm halfway across the country.
I hate these earbuds. I need new ones.